Hello, my fellow adventurers! This is Mloentje, and welcome back to New Worlds. We have some new information about our roadmap finally coming. Well, finally, it is coming to the game. The community has been asking for it for a pretty long time now, and it is something that like every game this point in day actually needs. Like definitely the MMOs, you kind of want to have a vision on what is coming next. So yeah, we're gonna start this episode with looking into that roadmap that they're gonna release. Oh well, at least the front page of the roadmap. So for spring, they're bringing out the Tempest Heart Expedition, the new weapon, the Blunderbuss, 3 versus 3 PvP arena, and a PvP rewards track. So the Tempest Heart Expedition is gonna be the end of the story that we have right now. It's gonna be the Isabella storyline. And the Tempest Heart Expedition is gonna be like the last expedition for this story content. Yeah, the weapon Blunderbuss, we already heard about it before, but yeah, it's not. I think it drops next week or something like that. And then 3 versus 3 PvP arena. That is the first thing I've ever heard about it, and it's that also like I've been talking with some people online, and PvP needs to have some like position in the game. Like the only PvP we kind of have right now are wars and well OPR, but OPR isn't really like PvP. It's more, well, it's PvP with a PvE aspect to it, but like real like PvP. 3 versus 3 is gonna be wonderful. I'm probably not gonna play it that much because I'm not really a big fan of 3 versus 3s. I'm more of a fan like wars and well invasions and like bigger group content. And then the PvP reward track. Well, that can be a lot, right? I'm thinking when I first read it, I was like, they're not gonna bring in like oh, what's it called again? Like a sort of a season pass or something like that, where the more you rank up, the more rewards you're gonna get from it. But it might possibly be that. But I kind of hope they're not gonna make like a paid track and a free track. Like it would mean that they got more income that way, but I really hope that is not the case. And with this, I also hope that later on they're gonna make OPR or any other like greater PvP track in the game with leaderboards. Like leaderboards is such a big thing in these games. Like you being able to compete with your company or with your friends against other groups and actually being able to track how well you are doing, like how many wins you got per season and how many kills you got and how well your company or your friends groups actually competed in per season. It's they definitely need to bring in stuff like that. That's gonna be huge. And then for the summer, Barnacle and Black Powder expeditions. So to bring another expedition, guys. Barnacle and Black Powder. That's gonna be, well, Barnacle and Black Powder kind of. If I think about that, I think about like it's gonna be on the coast somewhere between some shipwrecks or something like that. Like it kind of sounds like that. It sounds piratey, right? Barnacles are like the clams that are against the side of ships, and then black powder, yeah, for your hand for your blunderbusses and your cannons, and then expedition group finder is gonna be really really good as well for the people that aren't basically like in a big company, or the company is more like PvP focused and they don't really do like a lot of PvE content. Being able to actually like go into a group finder, there's gonna be some horrible groups in there. Like that's part of the deal, but there's also gonna be some wonderful groups in there which you can, well, get to learn new people and actually make some new friends in the game, and get together later on with those specific people that you met on the expedition group finder. And then we're getting a summer event also, kind of like we got with the Yeti, the winter event. So there's gonna be a summer event. Kind of was thinking they were gonna make an Easter event as well, but yeah, that didn't came like with an Easter bunny that would be dropping eggs around the map or something like that. And then for autumn, Brimstone Sands territory. So we did hear a bunch about it. The Brimstone Sands territory is like an Egyptian style new territory that we're gonna get. It's gonna include the Ennead, or Eniyat expedition, so a new expedition. A great sword, so we're getting another weapon in the autumn. Leaderboards, so there you have it. We're gonna get leaderboards in the game. It's probably gonna be for the 3 versus 3 PvP track, right? It's probably gonna be for, like, maybe wars, maybe OPR, like specific clan versus clan OPRs, like, or, well, company versus company. That would be so freaking amazing. We get the Night Vale Halloween event, and Turkalon is gonna come back as well in the end of the year, guys. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the release of the roadmap, and once it actually has released, we're definitely gonna do a video about, like, looking specifically into what they're all talking about, and not just the, well, the screen that you have right now that they released on the latest video of the dev team. But yeah, I thought I'll bring out this little piece of information out here. I'm probably a little late with this, but I still wanted to get over it. I still wanted to give you my perspective on what is in here, and I only see good things. Like I said this in a couple episodes ago. Like, if you look at all the fixes they're doing right now, and yes, they're bringing in some other bugs. It's a live game. That's part of the game that you're playing. There's always gonna be bugs. There's always gonna be fixes. There's always gonna be new implementations and bringing out, like, little broken pieces to the game. But yeah, that's part of the game, guys. But everything that I see that they're trying to fix or implement new in the game is telling me that this game has a future. Like, there's a lot of people. I think, what was the latest count? I think like 50,000 people out of the 1 million people they started with. Like, that's a drop in the bucket of players that still play this game. But it has potential, guys. We just need to be patient. We need to be a little bit forgiving. That's all. That's basically how I see this game. We gonna need to be a little bit forgiving on bugs that might appear, and a little bit patient about when they will fix it. But in the end, it's still an amazing game. New World, I'm really happy I started playing this game. So there we go, guys. The roadmap is finally, well, it's not here yet, but we at least had like a kind of a preview of what we're about to expect. Well, close by, like, I think next week already, and then yeah, later this year. For the next part of this episode, we are gonna check out if we can actually do the Baetylus Headpiece Expedition Quest and venture into Lazarus Instrumental. Because if we look at the map right now, Lazarus Instrumental is also the mutated version this week, and we got our hands on 6 keys. So I'm gonna check out if I can actually get myself from level 1 to level 6, because yeah, again, I'm still not up there, guys. I see screenshots in Discord of people having like 20 to 100,000, like 100,000 charts, like spare, like just in their inventory, and I'm like, I'm struggling here to get my gear up to, well, some pieces are 619, but I'm struggling here to get my gear upgraded. And other people having like tens of thousands of pieces just laying around. So I definitely need to start going into these mutations. But yeah, I'm gonna look for a group before we can, of course, go in. Let's start this up. Let's see what this will give. And I'm also like more familiar with Lazarus than any other of the weapons. Should actually work out good. I'm not really used to having my don't die on step 1. That would be rather stupid if I would die here. Not really used to having like that heal on my first skill, so it's gonna be a little tricky to actually know which buttons I'm pushing. Melee friendly weak. No idea what they mean with that. DPS is the problem. Whoa, what do you want to say? What do you want to say? Healing is a problem? No, that's probably not what he intended to say. So we got the B right now. So ×4, I'm really wondering, right? This is the right one, right? Am I standing on the... Yeah, it's the B with the... Why didn't it activate? Strange. So far, I haven't really noticed anything different, though. Oh, don't shoot. Thankful first. Splash a little. Yo! So that's what they meant with... We're gonna need fire resistance. There is like fire on the ground, apparently. Circles that appear, we kind of need to figure out when they exactly appear. It's probably gonna be like buffs or something on the side of my screen that I just need to pay attention to. Just like that. Don't really see anything. Oh, let's go out. Get everybody a little bit up. It's the wrong person. Yeah, 3k there for that one. Not too bad. Usually I kind of die here because of the archers. So I'm really wondering what's gonna give right now. What it's doing. Longer and... Got explosions. I don't think... Are the explosions part of the regular dungeon? Like I said, so far there's not really a lot of changes that I see. We had the fire on the ground over there, but... Don't really see like any debuffs or buffs. Oh, Zap is dead? Where the hell is Zap dead? Zap, how the hell did you die? Yo! Yeah, this is gonna be tricky. Got some void on the floor. Little shits on me. I do want to stay like full health. So basically I heal for more. Get that cooldown. Get that AoE heal on the floor again. Well, I'm taking damage. Not really sure for what. Zap died again. Ourselves heal. Where's Zap? Zap. Get out. Get this little shit off me. Ooh. What, the 3 deaths already? That's definitely not so good. Definitely not so good. Let's fill everybody back up. Oh, that pulled everybody, of course. That was stupid. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. No. Whoop. No, I'm dead. I knew it. Oh, I knew it. They were running around to actually pull everybody together. And I decided to clap in there. Making every mob actually hit on me. Really, really smart. That was beautiful. Let's get everybody back up. Alright, let's see how this goes. I kind of feel like if we had Orb of Protection right now, they would be taking less damage. I don't know. We'll have to see. I wonder if the quest is actually fixed. The quest will work. Oh, missing my shots here. Usually one of these pillars should already, like, went up, right? If I remember this correctly. Kind of feel like Light's Embrace. It's good. It's a heavy heal. But in a group settlement where everybody's standing together, I feel like Orb would have done more for us in this situation. Like, damage resistance sometimes is better than being able to heal, right? Well, you probably know what I mean. Like, I'm really not using lights a lot. Like, not one pillar? Not one pillar went up? Is it me or is that... Oh... The quest actually worked. Really nice. So yeah, we can go back to Lazarus after all this is done. But yeah, we are gonna go, of course, on multiple runs to see how far we can go. Because I wanna advance in my mutation level, of course. Let's see if I can quickly do this. Respec? Yes. That commits. That one commits. Those three commits. This one commits. These three. Don't really need this one, right? Maybe better to get off one debuff from everybody. And this one is only really good if you use Light's Embrace. Okay, done. Should be better. This should actually give more damage reduction to people. Let's wait till the AoE spec. And it's also another heal over time, right? So the cooldown is really low, so I can basically keep throwing it. Light's Embrace is really low as well. But like I said, I kind of feel like it is... Flap wasn't really needed there. I kind of feel like in a group setting, you kind of want to have like more AoE heals than single target heals. He's getting low on heals. Plus damage reduction. Taking less damage from hits incoming. Definitely better for survivability. I feel more comfortable, like knowing that I'm actually healing more than I'm healing with Light's Embrace. Like actually using the skill. So 19 minutes. I'm not really sure what time we need for gold. Let's get some increased heals there. Some damage reduction there. And that splash was completely not necessary. And it's also something I kind of do. Like, I'm kind of used to, like, healing World of Warcraft. Every time your skill was of cooldown, there was always something or somebody to use it on. Because you kind of wanted to keep your cooldowns constantly active, right? Like, constantly use every healing skill that you got. But here it is way better to actually just keep your heals for when you need them. You only have 3 skills. I actually don't see any debuffs. Maybe it's on... That was a good heal. That was, like, properly timed. They took damage and bam, splash, put them instantly back up. Alright, last boss of M1 without any difficulties. Still amazes me. Every time I come in here and I see those movements, like, I'm alive! Well, it's not gonna smack on my head. Yo, that was already not that smart. Yeah, I'm not really sure if like the 11k health is actually needed. Yeah, let's get in there. Do 1 or 27 minutes isn't gonna be enough for gold. We didn't get a group wipe. We did have a couple people die. Oh, we got 1. And me. Can't forget that I died. I'm not really sure what the minus points were for that. But we're definitely not gonna be in the minus like we were last week. Because that was disgraceful. That was utterly, disgraceful. Let's get in that heal. Clap it. And kill it. Smooth. Smooth, smooth. What do we get? What do we get? Yeah, gold. Look at that. So 73,000 points. We did get one that respawned. So if you have one, so team wipes, a single target wipe doesn't matter as long as you revive them. But if he actually respawns, it's minus 200 points. Okay, interesting to know. Multipliers. So clear time was under 30 minutes. So that's our multiplier. We killed more enemies than we needed to. We killed all the named enemies. We had no times. We did get 1 out of 3 respawns. So if we didn't get a respawn, I think the multiplier would have been times 7, maybe. And definitely gold rewards, expedition progression, Lazarus difficulty codex 2, and extra shards. That means we can go out. Did I forget a chest? Did I just forget a chest? So this week's mutations, let's quickly take a look at it as well. So explosive, so it's definitely not usual that the enemies are exploding inside of here. Enemies explode upon death, dealing fire damage in a small area. Fury 1, enemies apply burn on hits, dealing fire damage over time. Fire resist, enemies have fire absorption, so it's definitely not really good to bring fire mages in this. Ignite, enemies deal a percentage of all damage as fire damage. So yeah, eventually, like tier 5 or higher, you do want to get gear with fire resistance or fire resistance gems on yourself. And then Inflamed 1, enemies cast a burn zone, attacking players, dealing fire damage over time. So that's the area of effect that we saw. And then items have a chance to drop with these perks. Flame Attunement, attacks deal an additional 15% weapon damage as fire. And Flame Conditioning, after being hit with the fire damage, gain 4% fire absorption for 5 seconds. Each armor piece with this perk increases the potency. So if you have five pieces? Five pieces? It's 5 pieces, right? Yeah, 5 pieces, 25%. That's actually not... 25% fire resist is actually not that bad. I think we shaved off... What was it? A minute and a half? Something like that? Not too bad, not too bad. M2 done. And of course, yeah, gold. There we go. 40,000 points. I think is what you need for gold. We got no team wipes, no respawns, multiplier times 6. Yeah, we completed everything. We defeated less mobs than last time, but we got a better clear time. And I'm not really sure how many points we got with the previous one. Yeah, Lazarus Codex 3 in my hands, meaning we can go to difficulty 3, of course. And we got 60 more shards. Let's pick up... Did I just forget to pick up the loot? Let's pick up the loot. Here we go. Definitely want to do that. And yeah, I did forget to open the chest in the previous run. Holy crap, how could I forget that? There we go. And let's head out and see if they're up for more. But I think all of us are pretty hungry. A couple of us, and me included, haven't eaten today yet. And it's actually already like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's really not that healthy, actually. So I'm gonna quickly check, and if we are gonna continue later on, then yeah, I'm gonna head towards Lyson Reese. Mr. Reese, it took me a little longer than expected, but I finally got your quest done.
Ah, welcome back to the front.
Wait, the Lazarus instrumentality? You can't mean... Well, I'll be a sea turtle's nephew. You got the Naga headdress too? I guess we'll have to get this looked at. Amazing work. And we get the Vengeful Blast and the Gypsum Orb. Really, really nice. 20,000 experience, guys. Like, if you're leveling and you can do this quest, that's a huge boost. Alright, let's complete it. And I do think, guys, that now finally, finally, we are done with every single side quest and main quest on the map. And that means next week, when the new expedition runs, there probably will be a quest, because there's still one quest that didn't get a follow-up. I do believe it's over there. I think Yeah, that person or that person, one of the two. It's definitely here, and the outpost. But it was like a quest, and it didn't. We were expecting a follow-up, but the follow-up was actually probably to go into the dungeon, into the expedition that is not here yet. But next week it's gonna be here, so I'm really looking forward to it. To the end of the story of Isabella, guys. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode. A quick look into, well, a first screenshot of, well, the roadmap that New World is gonna introduce, the developers are gonna introduce. And then a quick look at, yeah, Lazarus tier 1 and tier 2. Well, not really a look into tier 2. We just did run and saw the result. And I do have to say, Lazarus was a whole lot, for me at least, a whole lot easier healing than it was with... what was it again? How can I not freaking remember Garden of Genesis? Like, that was a huge failure. In comparison to this, this was this was pretty alright. So let's sit our ass down and end this episode here. If you want to see more of my quest progression on my Let's Play here in New Worlds, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.